Hey strangers, if you are thinking about coming out young, watch this video. Now, just to break this down for you guys, I came out at 11 years old. I came out at 11, and it was pretty dang young. Some may say too young, but I'm 21 now, and if I didn't make that decision, then I don't know if I would be alive today. That's how important it was that I did that. So, you may be wondering, how the heck did you come out at 11? And how did you even have the thoughts or words to do something like that and be brave and be bold and talk to your parents? Well, I actually came out to my parents through writing a letter. Now, hear me out. In my opinion, I feel like writing a letter is one of the easiest and most effective ways to come out to your parents to get across exactly how you feel without getting shut down, to open up to them and get past the barrier of thinking, oh my God, what if they don't listen? Or I can't build up the guts to tell them. It actually does that for you because you're writing it down. So you don't have to read it to them. They can just read it. And yeah, so that's why I did that. And that's how I did it. Now, if you want to find out more about the journey I went on through my transition, you can click the video here and check that out for yourself. Now, don't get me wrong, I did write a coming out letter to them, but it wasn't all fine and dandy. It wasn't all unicorns and rainbows. What ended up actually happening was my mom read the letter and she was a bit taken aback. She didn't know exactly what to do, but she knew that she had to do something. And that something was to actually be there for her kid, acknowledge what I'm saying on the paper, and figure out what the next steps are that align with my needs and wants. Now, my dad, on the other hand, wanted to immediately throw out the letter. So that's a whole other story, but props to my mom for really defending me in that moment and even trying to get him to understand, which he didn't. And that's okay. Some people will never understand. Now, whoever is watching this, whether you're trans or you think you're trans or a parent of a potential trans child is watching this, or you're just curious about, my own coming out story and how I did it through writing a letter, well, I'm about to tell you a few tips that I think are really important to take note of for yourself so that you can make the process of coming out yourself just a little bit easier for you. So, step one, figure out exactly how you feel. Now, when I say to figure out how you feel, spend some time in your body and around people, socially, family, friends, and really get an understanding of the emotions that you're feeling inside and make sure that, it's not influenced just by the people you're hanging out with or wanting to fit in or be cool or whatever it is. Really think about you and come to terms with how you feel on the inside out. And now, step number two, I would say to go to somebody that you trust. Now, when I say this, it could literally be a teacher, it could be a friend, a family member, and somebody that you really confide in. Because once you break that barrier initially of telling somebody that you trust about something so vulnerable about you that you're revealing about yourself, then it makes that next bigger step so much easier. Now, step three would be to be ready for questions. Now, when you think about the situation that you're in, it's really, really important to also think about the person that you're telling. Now, you may understand how you feel and you want to express that to the other person, but they may not necessarily understand where you're coming from. So it's important to answer questions that they may have so that they can better understand and help you in your situation. Now, step number four would be to stay patient and focus on you. Now, just like my story, my mom was understanding immediately, and I will forever, ever talk about how grateful I am to have such a support system in my life like her. But on the other hand, it took my dad years to come around, and there's nothing we can do about that. But the fact of the matter is, he did. And he came around later on, but you can't expect everybody to jump on the bandwagon and understand immediately, because that's just not reality. That's all I have for you guys today. And I just want to end this video by letting you guys know that coming out at 11 was not easy at all whatsoever. It was absolutely terrifying for me. Even looking back, I was like, wow, my 11-year-old self really did that? I was so brave. But it's important to understand that although that step was so scary, it was the first step to being able to live as my true authentic self. And I'm so grateful that I did do that then, because I'm able to live the life that I do now and be fulfilled in my identity. So if I can do it, so can you. If this video helped you, let me know in the comments. And if you have any words of advice for anybody else who may be going through similar struggles, or planning to come out sometime soon, drop them in the comments so we can help out someone else. That's all I got for you guys today, and have a good one.